Hey, it's John. Continuing on with the theme of my documenting my VHS collection. Now we're on to the scary movie section. Now I'm gonna do it in order again from least to greatest. They're all good. I'm just saying from the least scariest to the most scariest. It might be a little controversial my selections, but you know everyone's tastes are different, and it's not to say that my collection won't change after I make these videos. So let's just get started. Nosferatu. So this is the first Dracula movie. I got it for my daughter. I think around 6 years old. She's kind of interested in scary movies, but I wanted to show something that wasn't too scary. So this is a silent film. So I had to read out all the dialogue to her. This silent film masterpiece, designed by Albin Grau and directed by F.W. Murnau, one of the three with Fritz Lang and Ernest Lubitsch, masters of the German cinema, is an adaptation of Bram Stoker's classic novel Dracula. In the 1830s, Hutter, the young clerk of a real estate agent, leaves his wife Nina in order to conduct the sale of some property with the mysterious Count Orlok Nosferatu in Transylvania. He falls in the clutches of the Count, but escapes, leaving his castle with a number of earth-filled coffins. The Count travels by ship to Bremen. The entire crew of the ship dies, and when it arrives in port, a swarm of rats descend upon the city. Meanwhile, Hunter has returned to Nina with his tale of the Count. She resolves to destroy the vampire by keeping him at her bedside until sunrise, when the sun rays will destroy the monster's body. Murnau's inspired editing, lighting, and direction, and the performance of Matt Schreck as the vampire with taloned fingers, long pointy ears, and jerky walk makes Nosferatu a true symphony of horror from 1922. So if you got like a kid, this might be worth it. So remember, before I get into this, go back to the past. 1980s, 1990s. There's no internet. There's no smartphones. All you have to go on when you go to the video store is what's on the box. Maybe word of mouth. Maybe you watch a review on TV like Siskel and Ebert, or in a magazine. Okay. Right now, this is you're in the video store. I'm reading to you what's on the shelf. Tremors. They say there's nothing new under the sun, but under the ground, ... In the tradition of the 50s horror movies, Tremors is bound to be a classic. The scariest monster movie since Aliens. Thumbs up. Tremors is a fun movie. Roger Ebert from Siskel and Ebert. Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward stars two country handymen who lead a cast of zany characters to safety in this exciting sci-fi creature comedy. Just as Val McKee, Bacon, and Earl Bassett, Ward, decide to leave Perfection, Nevada, strange rumblings prevent their departure. With the help of a shapely seismologist student, Finn Carter, they decide their desolate town is infested with gigantic man-eating creatures that live below the ground. The race is on to overcome these slimy subterraneans and find a way to higher ground. In this enjoyable thriller, co-starring Michael Gross and Reba McEntire. It's an hour and 35 minutes, rated PG-13. Aliens. Sigourney Weaver leads a high-tech space combat team into the stunning sequel to Alien. Sigourney Weaver returns as Ripley, the only survivor from mankind's first encounter with the alien. Her account of the alien and the fate of the crew is received with skepticism, until transmissions from the space colonists who have since settled on the alien's planet abruptly stop. Determined to end the reoccurring nightmares of her terrifying ordeal, and to completely exterminate the deadly creatures, Ripley joins a team of high-tech combat vets sent to investigate the disappearance of the space colonists. 1986, approximately 138 minutes, color, rated R. The Ultimate and Alien Terror, John Carpenter's The Thing. It's an hour and 49 minutes, rated R. John Carpenter, director of Halloween, The Fog, The Escape from New York, continues his phenomenal string of hits with The Thing. A new version of the classic horror thriller starring Kurt Russell is set in the winter of 1982 at a research station in Antarctica, where a 12-man research team finds an alien being that has fallen from the sky and has remained buried in the snow for over 100,000 years. Soon it is unfrozen, and it changes forms and becomes one of them. Put this frightening story together with outstanding performances, incredible special effects by Roy Arbogast, makeup by Rob Bottin, and special visual effects by Master Albert Whitlock, and you've got a movie that Time magazine describes as horrific. Be afraid of the dark. It will knock you flat. Donnie Darko. An all-star cast in a classic psychological thriller. Drew Barrymore, Noah Weil, Patrick Swayze, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jenna Malone. Trailered on Don't Say a Word, Sexy Beast, Joyride, The Deep End, A Glimpse of Hell, and Beyond Enemy Lines for over 40 million consumer impressions. In the tradition of urban legends and Final Destination, Donnie Darko is an edgy psychological thriller about a suburban teen coming face to face with his dark destiny. Jake Gyllenhaal as Donnie Darko leads a star-filled cast as a delusional high school student visited by a demonic rabbit with eerie visions of the past and deadly predictions of the future. Oh, this came out in 2001. Shit. Oh well. So much for my 1999 cutoff year. I didn't know that. Anyways, it's approximately 122 minutes, rated R. The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's epic nightmare of horror. Two little girls hacked to pieces in a hallway. A rotting corpse rising from a bathtub. An elevator door opening to unleash a room filling an ocean of blood. Unforgettable images of terror that envelop a family isolated and snowbound in a huge resort hotel with a macabre history of violence. Heart-stopping moments in Stanley Kubrick's spectral masterpiece, The Shining. With 2001: A Space Odyssey, Kubrick revolutionized special effects wizardry. In A Clockwork Orange, he turned society inside out with a corrosive satire of crime and punishment. Now he spins the ultimate ghost story from horror master Stephen King's bestseller, and the results are awesome. Two-time Academy Award winner Jack Nicholson overwhelms you as Jack Torrance, winter caretaker of the Overlook Hotel, who spirals helplessly towards madness and murder as the hotel's power plays upon his weaknesses. Shelley Duvall is the ultimate woman on the run as Jack's put-upon wife Wendy, and Danny Lloyd effectively plays their psychic son, whose ability, his shining, unlocks visions of evil. But the Shining real star is the Overlook Hotel itself. Its great lounge, ballroom, halls, and kitchens were created on movie sound stages. Yet, as designed and photographed, the hotel takes on a perverse, menacing, and quite tangible personality. But the unexpected is the norm with groundbreaking Kubrick for The Shining. For in The Shining, we have the most relentless, intelligent, ornate horror film ever made. Rated R. 144 minutes. From the director of Fatal Attraction, provocative, terrific, and original, psychological thriller, the horror movie of the 90s. Pat Collins, WWOR TV. An Adrian Lynn film, Jacob's Ladder. Director Adrian Lynn, Fatal Attraction takes you on an intense, horrifying journey with a shocking end that will haunt you forever. Tim Robbins is Jacob Singer, a man who lives in a nightmare. Wounded in Vietnam, he's now back at home in New York City, torn between the memories of his son and terrifying wartime demons. Jacob is slowly losing his grip on reality. His beautiful girlfriend, Elizabeth Pena, only adds confusion to his life, drawing him into a web of sexual intrigue. But ultimately, it's his friend Louis, Danny Aiello, of Do the Right Thing, who turns out to be the only one Jacob can truly count on. It's 116 minutes. And I'm going to have to assume rated R. Change one thing, change everything. The Butterfly Effect. The Butterfly Effect is an engrossing, unpredictable, and original thriller, more chilling and compelling than The Sixth Sense. Paul Fisher, Dark Horizons. A young man struggling to get over disturbing memories from his childhood discovers that he is able to travel back in time and alter events in his past. However, every change he makes transforms his life and that of those around him, often to unexpected and disastrous consequences. It's approximately 154 minutes. Where is... Okay, well, it says here, can't see a rated R anywhere, but it's classified as adult accompaniment under 14. I would just assume it's rated R. I'm not sure about this classification. It just says violence and coarse language, but there's more than that. So that's why I have it higher up on the list. I won't tell you why. Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, Scott Glenn. The Silence of the Lambs. FBI agent Clarice Starling, Jodie Foster, is sent to interview imprisoned killer Dr. Hannibal, the Cannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins. She hopes he might reveal information about another crazed killer known only as Buffalo Bill, who is abducting young women, starving them, and then killing them. Lecter's brilliant mind is intrigued by the beautiful Starling, and he begins giving her mystifying clues which could be helpful or merely a game. The terror builds as Buffalo Bill grabs another victim, and the countdown to death begins again. Finding the madman means Starling must go inside Lecter's mind to stop the killer. She must enter a terrifying race against death. 118 minutes, rated R, from 1991. Nightmare on Elm Street. If Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. Nancy is having nightmares. Something in her haunted sleep wants to kill her. Something monstrous. Something unstoppable. But she has more to fear. Much, much more. Her high school friends, she discovers, are having the same fiendish dream, and they are being butchered, systematically slaughtered in their sleep by the predator monster of their shared nightmare. When baffled, investigating police ignore her chilling explanation, Nancy prepares to traverse into the hellish realm of nightmares to wage her own extraordinary battle with the ghastly killer. There, she confronts the dark, decade-old secret of a very real nightmare on Elm Street. Writer-director Wes Craven, The Last House on the Left, has composed an innovative horror fantasy that will expose your deepest primal fear. But you can tell yourself it's only a dream, can you? Can't you? It's 92 minutes. Let's just say it's rated R. Just want to confirm. It doesn't say. Maybe it's, I don't know, but it's probably rated R. Oh, great. Here's the last one. Here's the scariest movie that I have in my collection. It may not be the traditional type of scary movie because it's not what you would think. But believe me, when you think about it, it is beyond scary. You see them on the street. You watch them on TV. You think they're people just like you. You're wrong. Dead wrong. They live. They influence our decisions without us knowing it. They numb our senses without us feeling it. They control our lives without us realizing it. They live. Horror master John Carpenter, Halloween the Thing, directs this action-packed sci-fi thriller about one man's battle against aliens who are systematically gaining control of the Earth. Rugged Roddy Piper stars as the loner who stumbles upon a terrifying discovery. Ghoulish creatures are masquerading as humans while they lull the public into submission through subliminal advertising messages. Only specially made sunglasses can make the deadly truth visible. Suspenseful science fiction and heart-pounding action highlight this masterful, ironic, and startling tale, co-starring Keith David and Meg Foster. This is an hour and 35 minutes, and it's rated R. So that's my horror collection. Yeah, I only have 11 spots to fill on my shelf, so this took some time to kind of cultivate, So check these out. Some are classics, some are newer. So check them out. They're the good movies. Anyways, bye.